to the quarantine, we decided to do a video of a trip that we took to Great Wolf Lodge in Grapevine, Texas earlier this year. We had a really good time. It was our family. My mom came, of course the kids, my sister with her family, and my nieces and nephews. And if you haven't been to Great Wolf Lodge, I would highly recommend going. It's resort style, so they have the hotel or suites, which are connected to an indoor water park that they have. They also have an outdoor water park as well. Since we went earlier this year, it was chilly outside, so it was nice that we were able to enjoy some time in the water. Although it was chilly outside, it was really nice inside. The indoor water park has wave pool. It has an area for toddlers. It has an area for older kids as well with, bigger water slides. It's just a really cool place to take the entire family. And while the water park is a lot of fun, that's what we occupied most of our time with during the day. There's also an arcade. They also have like a magic shop where you can purchase these magical wands to kind of do these different activities throughout the hotel. I ended up buying Jude a wand. Unfortunately, since we were only there, we stayed the full day and we stayed until the next morning. We didn't quite get to do as much as there is to do there. It's so easy to spend so much time in the water park that by the time you realize it, it's time for bed. But we did make the most of our time. And there's my mom with my nephew Dallas and Miss Eden. She does not like water being splashed in her face, but I think she was just so happy to be in the water that she didn't care at that point. And there's my niece Dania and my nephew Dorian and Dalen, who is holding Jude. The wave pool was really nice. Like, the waves didn't get too crazy, so I felt comfortable while standing out there, watching Jude, of course, being very close, and with him having a life jacket on as well. He had a blast in the wave pool. I think that's where we spent the majority of our time. And this area was more for younger kids. I would say probably 5 and under. We're mostly in this area. Eden enjoyed that area as well. And also that's where we had my 1-year-old nephew at. There's also a separate toddler area where he could just kind of just sit in the water or just splash in the water, which of course he had a blast doing as well. And there's my nephew Delton. And then later that evening, and we also ate. They have like a cafe area or food place, which was really good, surprisingly, inside of the water park. So that's where we had dinner. And then later that night, after we showered and rested a little bit, we went down to the arcade for some late night fun. I believe that the arcade closed at, I want to say, either 10 or 11. We stayed there for maybe an hour or two. The kids were already pretty worn out and tired from the water park, but I bought each of them a game. I believe it was a wristband, and I split their tokens or what have you on the wristband so that they can kind of play for an hour or so, and they enjoyed the games. Hi, baby Dallas. He was worn out. He was like, what are we doing down here? I'm ready to go to bed. And it was packed for it being so late. There were some kids down there in their pajamas. It was a real nice, chill environment. Jude, he loved that video game. That's him and his Uncle Derek and Delton and Eden. I think Jude pretty much stayed on this game the entire time that we were in the arcade. And I also like how they had... Oh, Jude wants to say something. Sure, Jude.
I like playing games all the time, and I like to play games, and I like to play Fortnite, and every game I want to play. Mommy lets me play every game I want.
Yeah, something like that. Jude is a gamer, and hey, I'm a gamer too. I grew up playing video games, so hey, he likes to play games, so do I. I play the games right along with him. And so now we're moving on to the next morning. They had an awesome buffet, probably one of the best buffets that I've been to for both kids and adults. You know, they had an area for kid food and for adult food. It was delicious. I highly recommend their buffet. And it was their character buffet, so they also had the characters down there taking pictures. And that wraps up our stay at Great Wolf Lodge. Thank you so much for joining us and for watching this video. Please make sure to subscribe and give a big thumbs up.